All right, Cowboy Nation, let's go over the 5 things that we must watch or pay attention to this weekend. The Dallas Cowboys versus the New York Giants. First and foremost, this team, both teams basically, we can't stand one another. That's just how it goes. It's a rivalry type of game. Any game that's in this division, I believe they come to be prepared to fight one another. That's just how it goes. But first and foremost, Saquon Barkley. He's the number one thing that we have to pay attention to. I believe that Daniel Jones and Saquon Barkley, that combination, and it seems strange, but Saquon Barkley can feed off of Daniel Jones' play action or RPO, and that be a factor. So you got to contain him. You must figure out a way. Now, I've seen them line him out wide. I've seen them run this thing, whereas Daniel Jones would keep the ball, and 9 times out of 10, when he do, you better make sure that you hold containment. Daniel Jones, that boy can run. That brother got some wheels under him, so you got to keep him inside and contained. Make him throw out of the pocket. Let him go through his progressions, but you got to punch him in the mouth. That's the number one thing. Contain Saquon Barkley. Spy Daniel Jones. Number 2. Will we get a chance to see Jabril Cox? Now, I know that you guys heard of the news, right? Jalen Smith is no longer on this team. And we can go back and forth whether or not it's the salary, the money, or was it the skill of play and the leadership that was presented. And, less snaps, your voice gets silent, right? And pride becomes before the fall, and we know how that goes. But he's no longer on this team. So will we get a chance and opportunity to see Jabril Cox? Or this may be just much more of a Keanu Neal, who is the bridge guy for Jabril Cox, in my opinion. And that may be what we'll see this weekend, a Keanu Neal versus a Jabril Cox. But will we get a chance to see Jabril Cox? We need to look for that one. I believe that Jabril Cox, as a rookie, you need to sprinkle these guys in. No red shirt situation here. You got to give them guys some PT. That's just the bottom line. You can read a book all day on how to swim, but until you get into that water, that's when the reality hit you. So sprinkle in some Jabril Cox, get him some snaps. We'll be looking for number 14 to be out there. All right, so the third thing will be for the watch is this right here. Ezekiel Elliott, and Tony Pollard. I believe, now, hear me out. Don't shank me with the butter knife. Hear me out. I believe that Ezekiel Elliott and Tony Pollard could be the best dynamic duo that's in the National Football League right now. Especially the way Tony Pollard, when he given the opportunity, the explosiveness, the change of pace, and then Ezekiel Elliott running like he's on fire this year. I think he got something to prove. Although Ezekiel Elliott been out of practice due to a knee injury, from the reports I've read, this is only a precautionary situation, and he should be able to play Sunday. So we'll be watching that as everything goes around. But I would tell you that it could be a heavy on Tony Pollard's menu opposed to Ezekiel Elliott due to the fact that he didn't practice a lot this week. That could be a case in a scenario. The number 4 thing that we have to really pay close attention to, the Giants injury report. I think Martinez is out, as well as the Darius Slayton. He was out, and Sterling Shepard. He's been battling through some all types of stuff that's been going on with him. And injuries are always a crazy situation. Now, as far as the Cowboys, we heard the reports of Keanu Neal coming back, and of course we heard the reports of other guys being able to play and eligible to play this week. But we have to understand that this team, when you look at the total situation on their offensive side of the coin, I mean, Kadarius Toney, yeah, he's no one to sneeze at. Yeah, he's pretty fast. And, of course, John Ross, that guy is fast. And I believe that Diggs will be pretty much on Galladay. I believe that this team, the Dallas Cowboys, will figure out a way to get another turnover based upon the weapons that they got. Now, Daniel Jones been that wild card. He's been that X factor for the Giants because he's been making plays. And he's been sharp this year, although it's only 4 touchdowns and 1 interception, and he's been holding on to the ball pretty well, not fumbling as much as he used to in the past. But I believe that pressure busts pipes, and I think that we'll figure out that part of it. But containing Saquon Barkley and making Daniel Jones play will be the main factors. Number 5 will be, like Ripley's, believe it or not, the thing that we need to watch, pressure. This should be a game that Osa. It should be a game that Osa and those boys in the interior create pressure to get to Daniel Jones. Based upon the containment that's on the outside, Randy Gregory, we know he's going to get his. Of course, they may line up Parsons in the middle, or they may have Parsons as a designated spy guy. But I believe that Randy Gregory will get around and get to that quarterback. And we'll see if Chauncey Golston can continue to bring forth that good stuff, and as well as bash them on the opposite edge. So those guys in the rotational situation should be able to make that impact, creating pressure. So that's the 5th thing that we must do, is create pressure on the Giants, because they've been hit with a slew of, hey, I'm back, I'm not back, and that's the injuries on the offensive line. And the Cowboys, by the way, I know we give up 20 to 23 points a game, but in the Giants, they give up only 23 to 24 points a game. But I believe that the way we score and the way we run and the way we push everything, the Cowboys should still hit that 30-point marker and still be able to get points on the field and to slow down Daniel Jones and company. But Saquon Barkley is the guy that you got to contain, as well as Daniel Jones. I believe that the Cowboys will figure out a way to become victorious in this particular game if they follow those 5 keys, and if they continue to play aggressive, play smart, score early and often, quick starts, time of possession. It may be just like last game. First quarter may be tight because the Giants defense still, it's not like it's a juggernaut of a defense, but they don't give up a lot of points in the first quarter. So check them out. First quarter, it may still be a tight game. And then the Cowboys ultimately pull off in the third and the fourth quarter. That's just the way I'm looking at it, especially the way the Cowboys been playing with the offense. And one thing that I really come to mind is Dak Prescott. He said he trusts his guys. This is not a trap game. No. This is not a trap game. This is a revenge game. This is a moment that Dak Prescott want to prove to everyone. Bring it. I'm right here, and we ain't going anywhere. This is one of those type of games. The Dallas Cowboys will be ready. Now, they just follow those things that I just said to watch for, then everything will be okay, Cowboy Nation. Post me your thoughts, post me your concerns down below. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Go Cowboys. We out. Peace.